If you're trying to live a longer, healthier life, you've probably already thought about what you're eating. Maybe you've looked at your medications, your cholesterol levels, or how many steps you take in a day. But there's something much more basic, so simple that most people overlook it entirely. It doesn't require a prescription, it doesn't cost anything, and yet, when done right, it might quietly be one of the most powerful tools you have for living not only longer, but better. It's hygiene, but not just any hygiene. I'm talking about targeted, consistent care of the areas on your body that matter most when it comes to preventing illness, reducing inflammation, and keeping your immune system strong. You see, every inch of your skin serves as a protective barrier, but some areas, just four of them in particular, have a much greater influence over your long-term health than the rest. And what's surprising is most people either neglect them entirely or clean them in a way that does more harm than good. Now, maybe you've always thought of hygiene as something you do to be polite or to feel fresh, but from a medical standpoint, cleanliness is about disease prevention. When you wash correctly, you're not just removing dirt, you're lowering the chance of harmful bacteria getting into your bloodstream. You're protecting your respiratory system, your gut, and even your brain. Yes, the connection between hygiene and cognitive health is real. When you reduce inflammation in your body, you reduce strain on your organs, and that includes your mind. Think about this. The average person touches their face over 20 times per hour. And what are they touching it with? Their hands, which have touched doorknobs, phones, keyboards, shopping carts, and sometimes even bathroom handles. And now it's on your cheek, near your eyes, by your mouth. Germs don't need a passport. They just need 1 second in a surface. That's why the first area you need to clean regularly and correctly is your hands. Hand washing, when done properly, isn't just a recommendation, it's a lifeline. According to the Centers for Disease Control, washing your hands thoroughly and often can prevent up to 50% of the infections people spread during cold and flu season. 50%. That's enormous. But here's where it gets tricky. Most people either don't wash long enough or they scrub in the wrong spots. The backs of your hands, under your nails, the webbing between your fingers, these are the places where germs hide, especially for older adults whose skin might have more folds or dryness. It's not just about how often you wash, it's about how well. Warm water, gentle soap, and 20 full seconds of friction. Sing a short song in your head if it helps. Don't forget the thumbs. And afterward, dry thoroughly. Wet skin is more likely to crack, and cracks are openings. Your hands are your tools for life. They prepare your food, rub your eyes, adjust your glasses. Keeping them clean isn't just self-care, it's survival. Now let's talk about your face. It's the second most important area and one that's almost always exposed. Sunlight, wind, air pollution, all of it settles right on your skin. And again, when you're unconsciously touching your face throughout the day, you're adding a layer of whatever's traveled on your hands. That includes viruses, bacteria, and dirt. But here's the thing, the skin on your face is more delicate than anywhere else on your body, especially as you age. So if you're using a harsh soap meant for your hands or your body on your face, you could be stripping away natural oils your skin needs to stay strong. And when the face is dry, it cracks. When it cracks, bacteria can get in. It can lead to acne, irritation, or even small infections, things that are harder to recover from as your skin becomes thinner with age. Cleanliness doesn't mean scrubbing until you're red. It means being kind to your skin while keeping it clear. Start with lukewarm water, not hot. Hot water may feel good in the moment, but it can damage your capillaries and dehydrate the skin even further. Use a cleanser that's pH balanced, something made for the face, not the kind you use on your hands or body. Gently massage in circles with your fingertips, not with a washcloth or scrub pad. Then rinse and pat dry with a clean towel. Don't rub. Rubbing tugs at the skin and can cause sagging over time. Now, you don't have to do this 10 times a day. Morning and night is enough. Once to wash away the sweat and oils from sleep, and once more to remove the dust and pollutants from the day. And if you wear glasses, don't forget to clean the area around your nose and ears. Dirt loves to hide in those warm little corners. A few minutes a day and your face becomes not only cleaner, but stronger, more resistant, more balanced. What's amazing is the way this small ritual changes more than your appearance. It changes how you feel. There's a mental clarity that comes from washing your face at the start and end of each day, a sense of reset, of care. When life feels chaotic, these little routines anchor you. They say, I still matter, my health still matters. And when you feel that way consistently, your emotional resilience grows. You handle stress better, you think more clearly, and science supports this. Personal hygiene is closely tied to mental wellness. When you neglect these areas, your hands, your face, it's not always immediately noticeable, but over time the effects build. More colds, more breakouts, more low-grade inflammation that wears on your body's natural defense systems. It becomes harder to bounce back, harder to sleep well, harder to feel energized. But when you care for them regularly, you're building up your shield. You're supporting your immune system, your nervous system, your emotional health all at once. It's simple, it's affordable, and it works. And let's be honest, there's something deeply human about it, about stepping up to the sink, looking into the mirror, and saying, today, I'm going to treat myself with the same care I give others. That's not vanity, that's self-preservation, that's wisdom. You might not think much about your torso, your arms, your back, your chest, your legs, just your body, right? But this is the largest organ you have. Your skin isn't just there to hold everything in. It's your first shield against the outside world. It protects you from harmful bacteria, regulates your temperature, and even sends signals to your brain when something's not right. Yet many people don't treat it with the care it deserves. You don't need to be covered in visible dirt for your skin to be carrying a heavy load. Throughout the day, you accumulate sweat, skin oils, airborne particles, and sometimes even pathogens that cling to your clothing and settle into folds and creases. That's why bathing regularly, even if it's just a quick sponge bath or a seated rinse, is one of the most underrated health habits you can have. But this is where a lot of people go wrong. They overdo it. They scrub too hard, use soaps that are too harsh, or wash too often. That might sound harmless, but especially as you get older, overwashing can actually backfire. Your skin gets thinner with age, it becomes more prone to dryness, and when you strip away its natural oils, you make it easier for cracks, rashes, or infections to form. So the key isn't more washing, it's better washing, thoughtful, intentional, respectful of your skin's changing needs. Focus on the areas where moisture and bacteria tend to build up, your underarms, the folds under your breasts or belly, your groin and behind the knees. These are the spots where problems often begin. Use a mild soap, something free of heavy perfumes or alcohols. Wash gently using your hands or a soft cloth. Then rinse thoroughly, making sure no residue is left behind. After your bath or shower, always take a few extra minutes to dry off completely, especially in those areas where skin touches skin. Moisture that's left in those warm, enclosed spaces can quickly lead to fungal growth or skin irritation. A soft towel and a little patience can prevent a world of discomfort. And don't skip moisturizer. Think of it like a seal of protection, helping your skin retain the hydration it needs. When your skin is well moisturized, it heals faster, it resists cracking, it feels more comfortable in your clothes. And here's something that not everyone talks about. When your body feels clean and nourished, your confidence rises, you carry yourself differently, you move more freely, you feel more like yourself. You've probably noticed that when you've gone too long without a proper wash, it's not just your skin that feels off. It's your whole mood. Your energy dips, you might feel more irritable, less motivated. There's a reason for that. Hygiene affects the nervous system. When your skin isn't clean, your brain senses that something's wrong. It stays on alert. That stress response, tiny as it may be, adds up. Over time, it can impact your immune function, your sleep, and even your memory. That's why these small daily actions matter. They're not just cosmetic. They're chemical, biological. They work with your body to keep your systems functioning smoothly. And the more consistent you are, the more your body thanks you for it. Now let's move to one of the most neglected parts of the human body, your feet. They do more work than almost any other part of you. They carry your weight, support your posture, and take thousands of steps a day, even when you're not paying attention. And yet, when's the last time you really cleaned them? Not just let soapy water run over them in the shower, but truly wash them between the toes, under the nails, and around the heels. Feet are often out of sight, out of mind, but they're also one of the most vulnerable places on your body. They have more sweat glands per square inch than anywhere else. They spend most of the day confined in shoes or socks, creating a dark, moist environment where bacteria and fungi thrive. That's why foot infections, like athlete's foot, toenail fungus, or cracked heels, are so common, especially in older adults. If you have diabetes, poor circulation, or a weakened immune system, foot care becomes even more critical. A tiny crack or blister can quickly turn into a serious health issue if it's ignored. But even if you're in good health, clean, dry, and cared for feet can dramatically reduce your risk of infections, foot pain, and even falls. Start by washing your feet with warm water and mild soap. Sit down, take your time, and make sure to clean between each toe. Use a soft brush or cloth, especially if you've been sweating, walking outside, or wearing closed shoes for long hours. Rinse thoroughly, and then, this is important, dry them completely. Don't let moisture linger between your toes. That's where problems begin. After drying, apply a light moisturizer to your soles and heels, but avoid putting lotion between the toes. That area needs to stay dry to prevent fungal growth. And take a look at your nails while you're at it. Keep them trimmed, not too short, not too long, and watch for any signs of discoloration or pain. These little checks can catch problems early before they become painful or dangerous. And let's not forget, your feet are the foundation of your mobility. When they're clean, comfortable, and healthy, you're more likely to walk confidently, move freely, and stay active. And staying active is one of the best predictors of longevity. So in a way, washing your feet is a step toward freedom, toward independence, toward living the life you want to live for as long as possible. None of this takes much time. A few minutes in the morning or evening, a gentle hand, a bit of warm water. But these small actions speak volumes. They say you care about yourself, that you're willing to protect the only body you'll ever have, that you're not giving up on your health just because of a number in your age. People often ask what the secret is to aging well. And yes, diet matters. Yes, exercise matters. But so do the things we overlook, the quiet rituals, the daily upkeep, the way you treat your own body in the privacy of your bathroom when no one else is watching. That's what builds resilience. That's what sets the foundation for graceful, healthy aging. When you keep your hands clean, you reduce the risk of illness with every surface you touch. When you care for your face, you protect not just your skin, but your confidence and your connection with others. When you wash and moisturize your body, you're protecting the one thing that carries you through every season of life. And when you tend to your feet, you're honoring the very foundation of your independence. But there's something deeper happening here, because hygiene, at its core, is more than a habit. It's a message. It tells your body, your mind, and the people around you that you still value this life, that you still want to show up for it, that you haven't checked out, even if you're tired, even if your health has changed, even if your days have slowed down. You might not think that washing your feet or gently cleaning your face would affect your mindset, but ask anyone who's ever been through illness or grief or even a hard season of loneliness. And they'll tell you that some days the most powerful thing you can do is get up, splash some water on your face, and care for yourself. That single act becomes a turning point, a reminder that you still matter. And you do, no matter your age, your mobility, your limitations, or your past routines. It's never too late to create new rituals of care. You don't need fancy products. You don't need an expensive skincare line or high-end soaps. What you need is attention, consistency, gentleness, and most of all, the belief that your health, your real full health, is worth protecting. There's also a quiet joy that comes from being clean, not the rushed, just out of the shower kind of clean, but the grounded kind, the kind where your nails are trimmed, your skin is smooth, your breath is fresh, and your sheets feel soft against your skin. That clean creates a sense of dignity. It creates peace. And when you feel that way in your body, it spills over into how you treat the rest of your day. You're more likely to eat something nourishing, more likely to get outside, even if it's just for a few minutes, more likely to smile, to call someone you love, to move your body, to notice beauty. And all of that, those tiny, seemingly ordinary choices are what stretch the thread of your life just a little further, not because they're dramatic, but because they're consistent. And that's how longevity is built, not in sudden bursts, but in quiet, faithful maintenance. Now, let's talk about something you might not expect, the link between cleanliness and your brain. You may not realize it, but the state of your hygiene has a direct influence on your mood, your memory, and even your decision-making. When your body feels neglected, your brain receives that message as stress. You become more irritable, more anxious, and even more forgetful. But when your skin is clean, your environment is fresh, and your body is cared for, your brain interprets that as safety. It calms your nervous system, it lowers your cortisol, and that opens the door to sharper thinking, better sleep, and emotional resilience. This isn't about being spotless. It's about being intentional. It's about choosing again and again to meet your body where it is and give it what it needs. Not what it needed 20 years ago, not what the television commercials say, but what your body needs right now at this stage of life. That might mean fewer showers and more sponge baths. It might mean using a stool in the bathroom or switching to fragrance-free products. It might mean asking for help when you need it. There's no shame in adapting. In fact, adapting is a sign of strength. It means you're listening. It means you're staying engaged. And maybe no one talks about this enough, but when you feel clean, you feel more connected to others. You're more open to company, to laughter, to affection. You don't shy away from a hug. You don't withdraw. Cleanliness builds confidence, and confidence builds connection. That matters more than ever as you age, because isolation, silent, creeping isolation, is one of the most dangerous conditions facing older adults today. And sometimes the first defense against that isolation is simply choosing to get up, clean up, and show up. There is no expiration date on self-respect. There is no age limit to dignity. You don't stop deserving care because you've retired. You don't lose your value because your hands shake or your memory slips. In fact, those are the very moments when you deserve even more gentleness, more patience, more love. You've lived through so much. You've seen decades come and go. You felt joy, grief, change, uncertainty. And through all of it, your body has been your companion, your ally, your vessel. It deserves care, not punishment, not neglect, not indifference. It deserves the warmth of water, the comfort of clean sheets, the softness of a towel on skin. So if you've been waiting for a reason to start fresh, let this be it. Begin with your hands. Let them be the first step toward protecting your health. Then your face, where your expressions still live and your eyes still see. Then your body, where your story resides. And finally, your feet, those quiet, reliable carriers of your life's journey. It's not too late. It never is. You can start right now, even if it's just with a warm washcloth and a few slow minutes to yourself. Cleanliness is not vanity. It's medicine. It's therapy. It's a promise to yourself and to the life you still have left to live. You don't need to chase youth. You don't need to erase your age. You only need to care for the body you have in this moment with the tools you already own. A little soap, a little water, a little intention, and a whole lot of love for the life you're still building, one clean step at a time.